like everyone thinks we're washed up. Oh, what if we are washed up?
Me after my channel performs poorly, oh no! Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is on PC, and I love it so much. I mean, I loved Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart when it was on the PS5. It was such a wonderful time. I played it basically 3 times back to back. I played it the original time, then I played it in challenge mode immediately after, and then I did a wrench-only playthrough directly after that. I think in the span of about a week and a half, I did 3 full playthroughs, which, as much as I enjoyed it, I did want to step away from it for a bit, because 3 in a row is quite a lot. But it didn't change the fact that, despite the fact that I was kind of a little bit burned out from that, I love the game, and still love it, and oh my god, playing it again is such a joy! How does it feel to play on PC? Well, for me, it's perfect. I will be upfront. I have an Nvidia 3070, I have an Intel i9, and I have multiple SSDs. I have the good stuff. Yes, not the best stuff, but pretty good stuff that will very easily run this game. I don't have it at the highest possible quality, but I do have it at high, and oh, it looks stunning. It just does. It just looks gorgeous. I love how this game looks. I love how this game plays. And yeah, on PC, it plays phenomenally well. How does it play if you have a hard drive? Well, that's the thing. It does still play. It just, during some sections where you have to switch between different levels in a second, or less than that, as the case will be on an SSD, yeah, it'll take a little bit longer. You'll have a bit of stuttering here and there. You will just have a bit of loading. And that's fine. Like, the thing is, we sort of knew that going into this, right? You can't play Ratchet & Clank without an SSD. That's what Sony and Insomniac were saying prior to the launch of the game. Being able to switch to a level that scale, that quickly, is not something that's easily done. And it still blows me away. I love this generation of games where loading screens just don't exist. It's so cool, and it is, I need more of it. I crave more of it. Disclaimer up front, Sony was very kind and gave me a copy of the game. However, that does not alter my opinion in any way, shape or form about this version and the PS5 version. The way I do things is I just put out my opinions of a game. If a company tells me, you're not allowed to say this, I just don't accept the copy at that point. I'm saying what I want. If I hate it, I hate it. If I love it, I love it. That's the way it is. It's Ratchet & Clank. It's one of my favourite franchises of all time. Insomniac would have to just really, really drop the ball for me to hate this. And yeah, no, I love it. So with this being on PC, there comes mods. Modding is always interesting because some games, like Spider-Man, actually got modded pretty quickly and pretty efficiently. But I do believe there was some modding tech on PS4, and some of that did translate over, or at least some of that knowledge translated over, so that they could get the ball rolling. In the case of this, you're sort of starting fresh, and it may take some time for there to be some extreme mods where you're, say, playing as Nefarious or something. I don't know what the plan is, I don't know what people are working on, but yeah, it may take a little bit of time before we see something massive. That said, there are tools already. I think some of the tools from Spider-Man's modding community was able to use some of their existing knowledge and create a kit for this game. But not the same one, I don't think. My knowledge of mods is very limited, but I'm going to try and explain what I know. And yeah, I just did it. I just explained what I know. You're welcome. One of the things that excites me is a thing called Rift Ripper by VeldDev. It says it's a level editor for every Luna 4.0 games. In other words, for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart and probably most of the other Insomniac games' latest games. So, what does that mean exactly? I don't know. They say the term level editor. Does that mean, theoretically, you could move geometry to create new levels? Because what I want out of the modding community at some point in the future is customizable rift levels. Because those mini rifts where you just do some awesome stuff and just move around and fly and it's epic platforming, I love it so much and I wanted more of it. I wanted a harder version of some of them. I wanted just more. I would gladly play a game of like 100 of these because they are so fun. But maybe This tool might not, but might allow us to do that, and that is quite exciting indeed. As you can expect, there are reshade mods, but what I wasn't expecting is cut weapons. One by Ratchet Rift Mods and another by Bitter256969. Yes, there are cut weapons from this game like the Volcanic Eruptor, the Sheepinator, Schrodinger's Gun and Thumper, the Predator Launcher, the Fusion Grenade and the Magnum Missile. Yet there are tons of cut weapons. Some of them I'm going to assume were initially ported from the PS4 Ratchet game and they were going to utilise them and they were like, and then they didn't have enough time, or they decided actually this weapon isn't as good because we're working on this weapon, and yeah, I don't know what the reason is for them being cut, but yeah, I mean, it's really cool that there are more, and they've added them into the game again, and it's really, really nice. There's also a simple mod that replaces the Rhino model for the Dimensionator. Stuff like that is pretty cool. How far is the modding community going to take this? I have no idea. There is a modding community. It's in a subsection of the Marvel Spider-Man modding community. There is a Discord for it. I won't link to the Discord, nor will I link to the mod page, but it is on Nexus Mods, so you can see it there. But yeah, the future for Ratchet & Clank is very intriguing. Will we get a new Ratchet game in the future? I certainly hope so. Rift Apart did really well on PS5, and I hope that it does really well on PC. At the moment, we know Insomniac is obviously working on Marvel Spider-Man 2, which will release on October 20th, and then there's also Wolverine, and a third game that they are working on, but have not disclosed what. Whether it is Ratchet & Clank or something entirely different, we will soon see. Well, I say soon. At some point, we will see. But Insomniac just doesn't disappoint. The next Spider-Man game is going to be awesome. I'm sure Wolverine, when we see gameplay, is going to blow our minds. I have no doubt that Insomniac are just going to keep creating more and more masterpieces. And what I love about Insomniac is they do not do crunch time. From what I've heard, they did actually have proper weekdays, and they got rest, which is great. That should be an industry standard. It isn't, but it should be, and I'm glad that it was for Ratchet. It feels great to hear that. There you go, that's my thoughts on Ratchet & Clank on PC. I don't have a huge breadth of knowledge to give you, but I love the game. It's so much fun. Tell me, have you played Ratchet & Clank on PC, or have you maybe just played the PS5 version? What's your favourite part about the game? If you've got it on PC, does it run well for you? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, let me know. I can't express enough how much I love this series and how much of a joy it genuinely is to play it again. Because I hadn't played it for about 2 years, and it is so good to play it again. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.